Hi everybody, welcome back and merry happy Sephora spring sale for those of you who celebrate. I feel like it's a biannual video. It is tradition at this point for me to give to you my top recommendations in the beauty and skincare and all things fabulous that you can find at Sephora, because when the sale rolls around, and for those of us who love a little discount on our shopping or our restocking, it's a great time to do so. So if you are a Beauty Insider member at Sephora, depending on how much cash you like to burn will determine how much of a discount you get, and then you can save some good coin. And in this world of beauty, we are inundated with constant launches and new brands and new things, and it's nice to just see a good list of tried and true products, things that work, things that are going to be worth the money if you so choose to purchase them. And I love to give you guys what's good. So we're gonna be talking through my favorites today, and I'm also gonna I'm gonna start with the things that I am personally eyeing, some of the things that I'm gonna be picking up, which is not a lot, I'm gonna be honest with you. We're pretty good in stock, and we've been doing a lot of makeup shopping as it is, but let's just start there, shall we? The one product that I kind of want to pick up that I've been seeing really mixed reviews on is the new Mary Phillips, the new MPH foundation, the serum foundation, the Le Skin. I had recently picked up the Natasha Denona foundation, and I also picked up the Dior foundation, so I was like, oh my gosh, am I gonna buy another one? But I feel like for review purposes, that's probably one that a lot of people are curious about, myself included, so that's kind of on my radar. And then I also really want to pick up the Haus Labs blush. Apparently the shade Glassy Hibiscus is the one that my fellow pale gals are loving, so I kind of wanted to get that just because I've been on the pale makeup testing train. And then I just need a few refills. Actually, literally this morning I used up my Merit Bespoke lip liner. This is the final nub, and I had no idea. I'm like, oh, I need to sprint to get that. So that's like my top. That's my first recommendation. This is the lip liner I am wearing, and I just ran out of it. So that's very, very sad. Need a refill of that immediately. I had no idea. And then if you watch my favorites video, you'll also know that I had used up my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and then swiftly bought the Dior Backstage setting spray. So I'll have to keep you posted on how that one is, but just know that the Charlotte Tilbury one has been very, very loved by me. So yeah, there's not too much that I'm like planning to buy necessarily, not a lot of new in that's like, you know, that I'm going crazy for. It's usually just like a restocking and refilling for me. But if there's anything that you guys are eyeing up, you have to let me know. If there's anything you think I should try, please let me know in the comments down below. And then I'll just go through my favorites, which I did put all of my Sephora makeup favorites in this cutie little bag here. So let's just go through a few things that are just constantly on hand, things that I'm loving. Like I had mentioned, the Dior foundation stick was one that I just recently rediscovered in the shade 0N. I used to believe that 2N was my shade, and I haven't used it for quite some time. So this was a really happy rediscovery. It's the foundation I'm wearing now, and it's just a beautiful natural matte finish. Someone did mention that in the deeper shades it's a little bit more glowy, but just as far as like performance, this is one of the great foundation options that you could find, and clearly has a great shade range. I'd say that like one of my top favorite foundations, tried and true, excellent on the skin, looks good on everybody, fabulous shade range, is the Haus Labs foundation. Like this is the one. I have multiple shades of this. I love it so much, and is one of the best foundations across the board that I have tried ever. So if you're looking for a new one to try, this is like my tippity top. I don't know how I feel about it compared to the Natasha Denona. If it means anything to you, I haven't reached for the Natasha Denona foundation since I tried it, because I've just kind of been testing a few. But when I think about like how my skin feels and how I think it looks, like I'm always happy when I put this on, and allegedly with the ingredients, it makes your skin better as you wear it. So I don't know, one of my favorites always will probably, a few of you have been recommending a few different shades to me. I have the shade 40 Fair Neutral, which is a little bit deeper than my skin, just slightly, just a little bit warmer. But yeah, this is excellent. And just on that note, no surprises here, my tippity top favorite concealer, always the Tower 28 Serum Concealer, which, if I'm so honest with you, the last little while with all these foundations that I have been using and loving, I haven't been wearing very much concealer at all. I've been taking the tiniest little bit of this and just putting it right on my inner corners and like right on my chin where a lot of redness is, and I've been going relatively concealer free. That being said, my skin's in a happy moment. That is not always the case. So when needs must, we use more concealer. And this is the shade BW. When I have a tan on, I use the shade DTLA, and yeah, it's just It's just so great. Hydrating, beautiful, excellent shade range, blends in like a dream. My Charlotte Tilbury setting powder in Fair is the powder that is always on hand. I always put a little bit, if I want to feel a little bit more put together and a little bit more glam and blurred, I'll just put a little bit of this on my T-zone, and it has just never led me astray. I've gone through multiples of these. If you're looking for a little powder just to do a little, just a little touch of setting, this is the one for you. Two of my favorite tools ever: the IT Cosmetics No. 7 brush and the Beauty Blender. Two things that I always have on hand and couldn't recommend more. I don't know what it is about this one in particular, but I use it to blend in all of my foundation and base products. The rest of my brushes are largely either Refer or the Katie Jane Hughes brushes. But yeah, these two, always on hand. For the brows, oh, this is another thing that I'll probably be restocking actually, because I always like to have a backup on hand, because when I run out of my brow products, it's just, I'm not a happy gal. I need to have a backup like ready to go should the moment happen where I run out of it. But my Valentino Brow Trio, this one's in the shade Taupe. I love it because it has the pen and then also the pencil. So there are many other brow products that I have used and loved, but I just like having the option, and especially if I'm traveling and I don't know what I'm feeling for my brows, I just like having the option of both on hand. It's just so good. I love the shade so much. And then, oh, here's some news for you. I have tried so many brow gels in my life, so many. And honestly, I keep going back to the Benefit 24-hour brow gel. I don't know what it is about this, because I don't even particularly love the wand actually. I find it to be a little bit bendy and flimsy. I usually have to kind of fiddle with it a little bit, or I go in with a spoolie after, which I know is not selling it, but the product itself, it's just cement. It's cement on the eyebrows, and if you like to have a feathery, fluffy brow, there are other brow gels that are lovely. It's just not this one. I always come back to this one. I'll try others and I'll be like, okay, this is nice. Yeah, this is cute. I always come back to this one. It's just, the proof is in the pudding. This is the brow gel. To rule them all, if I could only pick one, that's the one. Oh, perhaps another backup that I'll actually also be picking up. Wow, okay, my list is getting longer as we're going here, but the Lancome Hypnose Mascara in brown. Another product that's kind of reached like the tippity top holy grail status for me, because I have lots of different mascaras that I love and have loved and have repurchased in the past, but I'm just in this phase right now where I keep going back to this one. It's in the shade brown. It's the perfect shade of brown, and that might be it too, because a few of the other like brown mascaras that I've used in the past can be quite warm. This is that perfect cool toned, like true chocolate brown on the lashes. It's so pretty. It lasts all day long. It doesn't flake. It doesn't, like, honestly, you cannot go wrong with this mascara. It has been so fantastic. And I think it's one of their like OG older ones. They actually have a new one. I haven't tried it yet. I think it's the Goddess Curl. I literally have it sitting there. I need to try it, but I keep going for that. I just love it so much. I might have to get it back up. That makes sense actually to do it. Wow, there's a sale. That does make sense. Thank you. I also was hemming and hawing over my blushes because again, I've been going just through this makeup overhaul. So I was trying to think, okay, what would the one blush be right now at this time in my life that I would recommend? Because there's just too many, and there's a color for every skin tone, and there's a formula for whatever you want your makeup to look like, and there's so many different colors, there's so many different brands, and I think right now I'm having a merit moment. If I could pick one blush, it would be Bespoke, and I've just been obsessed with it. It's been so beautiful. I also really love the packaging. It's so pretty, and it's also so easy to use, and I think that's nice. There's a lot of blushes that kind of like require a lot of extra effort or extra blending. This is just no fuss, and I've tried so many of the colors over time, like Beverly Hills, Stockholm, Après, like all the colors are beautiful, and I think they did a really good job with the shade range, but also the undertone. It's just real good. It's real nice. And Bespoke is like the one that I'm loving. So if I could pick one blush right now, it'd be this guy. Also have to say I really appreciated their packaging overhaul that they did. They used to be like that bluey, purpley color, right? And then they made them all gold, and it's so pretty. Are you kidding me? So pretty. Love, obsessed. That's the one. Now, other than my Bespoke lip liner, I have pulled out, oh my God, I broke it. I broke the lid. Good, that's nice. I went through all of my lip products and I thought, okay, out of all of them, what are the tippity top recommendations that I'm gonna pull out here? And these are my top picks. First of all, I'm gonna mention the one I'm wearing. This is the YSL Love Shine in the shade 207. I believe the color is Scenic Brown. And I feel like I always mention a YSL lipstick at some point during the sale, if not during like my all-time favorites, because all of these variations that they do, these kind of like Rouge Volupte, they're like classic lipstick packaging, the formula of every single one, and the smell. It's absolute addiction. It's so good. And they're just that bougie, extra special, very expensive lipstick that makes you feel very extra fancy when you pull it out. And it's such a joy. So when you find a shade that you love, it's just one of my favorites. And I always reach for it. And I feel like if you could get a discount on these, it's like such a treat. But this is the shade that I've been wearing in this pale phase of my life. I also love their classic like shade 44. It's very pretty. They also have the shade 15. Like there's again, gonna be a shade for everyone, but always recommend this because it's just so good. And you know, my Bobbi Brown Bare Lilac, but it is so good. It is that good. You guys know I had purchased this recently, somewhat recently. I should have just waited for the sale, honestly, but I couldn't be without it. I had to refill it. I went through an entire one, which in this world of receiving beauty PR, for me to like stick to something and use it up, you know it's that, it's so good. The color couldn't be better. It just makes your lips look like fresh glass. Oh, I love it. Can't get enough of it. Used it up. If I could choose only one lip gloss, that would be the one. That's the one. Then for lip stains, you couldn't make me choose between these two because they're truly my two different personalities. I'm either going for light and natural or I'm going for deep and warm. And these are the two lip stains that have been filling that cup. This is the Wonder Skin lip stain in the shade Whimsical. It is beautiful. It looks like shiny blue unicorn poo. And very excitingly, they're now available at Sephora. So if you want to save some moolah on this, now's the time, baby. How very exciting. Yeah, it's fantastic. They have a ton of different shades as well. And I just love a lip stain because it lasts all day. It's fuss free. I don't have to think about it. I know my lips look good and I just love this color. And then similarly, the Benefit Benetint, which is actually their original product. Benefit originally made a tint for the nipples. Okay, that was their first ever product, which I just think is so fun. I love the lore and the history of Benefit, but they had the original Benetint, which I didn't like. I never reached for that shade. It's never something I used. I also don't like this on the cheeks. It just doesn't work for me. I don't know if like my pores are too big or what, but this is definitely something that I just use on the lips. But they expanded the shade range and this is the shade Dark Cherry, which just has a little bit more of that chocolatey brown undertone, which I think I'm loving right now, and it's a little bit less like pink, and oh, it's so good. And like I've used this so much, so many times since I got this. I think I got it in like October or November of last year, and since then I couldn't tell you how many times I've worn it, and I've barely made a 10. Like it's incredible. Such a beautiful lip stain. And yeah, those are my stains. Those are my stain recommendations. And then I also just wanted to mention the Anastasia lip liners, because in this world of forever being like depresso espresso about NYX Nude Beige just never being the same, they had done a shade extension with some cooler tones, and they came out with the lip liner in the shade Sepia, which is a beautiful, beautiful, lighter, cool tone shade for us pale gals. And it's a classic pencil, which I love so much. And again, they just have so many different color options. So if you're looking for a classic lip pencil, though indeed it is not from the drugstore, it's a little bit more than that, this would be my go-to. It's creamy, it's beautiful, lasts so well, blends in so easily, doesn't dry out the lips. It's perfect. I spoke a million miles a minute, but those are my top makeup picks, okay? And then I went into my bathroom and I was pulling out like all of my favorite Sephora kind of skincare and body favorites. I didn't even get to hair, okay? Because I filled this entire bag of all of my favorite products and I was like, how am I gonna make it through this? But I'm gonna try my best to make it through, okay? Because I know this is a lot, but they truly are products that I use on the daily and are some of my favorites from Sephora. So I'm gonna start with fragrance options. I have so many fragrances that I love, truly. Not all are available at Sephora, but I wanted to mention the two kind of more recent ones that I've been using in my collection that have really surprised me because they're not my usual scent profile. First being the Maker Revel. Lest we forget that they have like a million different fragrances and they're all divine. If you're looking for like a really unique scent, the Maker just makes... I need to look up the notes of this. What? Lychee, grapefruit, frangipani, flower, pineapple, white sandalwood, and velvet musk. Like, what? What's a frangipani? I definitely get the pineapple, and I definitely get the musk. Pineapple-y musk. Okay, great. Now that makes sense. It's a scent that it's just not my usual go-to, but I've been wearing it and it feels very like fresh and sophisticated. It's very different for me, but I had to mention it because I don't think I've mentioned it previously, but it smells real good. And then I got the new Dior fragrances sent over, which these are very, very expensive. So I feel very lucky to have received this, but this is the new Dior Addict Purple Glow Eau de Parfum. This literally, okay, first of all, the packaging, adorable. I love that they've really gone heavy with making all of this packaging unanimous across the board. I think it's so good. Their whole like backstage vibe, it's very pretty. This literally smells like candy, like a very intense candy. But for some reason, this purple one, like I smelled all of them. The purple one was like, oh, like inject that into my body. Like that's the smell. It's very, very sweet. So much sweeter than any fragrance I would typically go for, but like it's nice. And I do get complimented on it quite a bit. So it's kind of when I'm in, like actually the mood I'm in right now, when I'm feeling like very jolly and very sweet, I'm like, let me spritz a little bit of this on. Like it just kind of depends on the mood, but it was so pretty. And I just had to mention it because it was newer in. And if I were gonna be buying a new fragrance, let it be when I can get like 20% off. You know? Okay, the skincare. You guys already know what's up. First of all, my body products, Necessaire, rules the roost in this household. You guys know I had a little conundrum over the body lotion in this packaging, but we've since moved on to the body cream. Beautiful, gorgeous. Another thing I'm gonna have to buy a backup of. I just realized, do they even have this at Sephora? Did I buy it on the Necessaire website? Now I don't remember. Surely it's on Sephora. Either way, it's a favorite nonetheless. And then the body wash, the Santal scent. You can't go wrong with one of these. These are fantastic. We go through so many of them. Gotta be scrubbed, gotta be clean, and gotta be hydrated. My cleansing ritual never changes. My Caudalie cleansing oil, I can't tell you how many bottles of this that I've gone through. And then my Glow Recipe avocado cleanser. It's so creamy, it's delicious. These countless empties I've had of these. Rhode Skincare is officially at Sephora. I've honestly really enjoyed all of their products, including the new mask and including the new peptide lip boost. Very beautiful, all delicious, but I have to say that their under eye patches are both mine and Dan's favorites. They're just really nice and they stay on and they're very cute, and I'll probably also be picking up another pack of those. Good. I also mentioned these in my favorites video, so I won't go too deep into them, but Glow Recipe had also come out with their toner pads. There's a few different ones depending on your skin concern. They're so fun. If you love like a masking moment, these are great. I love the PDRN plus Repair and Soothe. These are very fun and they feel so good on a face. And speaking of masks, I used to have quite an elaborate masking routine and I used to go through a lot of different products. I've really condensed it and only my favorites remain, and those would be Caudalie. And the new updated packaging looks very good, but this is the instant detox mask if you love a clay mask and you love to just watch all of your pores get sucked out of your face in real time and have some physical tangible proof of that. This is the one for you. And then I also love their instant brightening micro peel. This is a 30-second little foaming mask and it just feels really good. If you need like an instant glow and pick me up, this combo, these are really the main masks that I reach for these days. My Tatcha Kissu lip mask, always an empty, always delightful, one of the best lip masks of all time. I also already have a backup of it, so it's not something that I'm gonna be picking up in the Sephora sale, but it's because I can't be without it and it's already here. Sunscreen, Tatcha, you can't go wrong with, I mean, you can't go wrong with any of the Tatcha products, but they've revamped their sunscreens. They are delicious on the skin. So good, especially if you have dry, more sensitive skin. They are perfect. And then you guys know I mention this every single Sephora sale, the Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair, another night cream that I am never, ever without. Bury me in this night cream. I don't know what else to say. It is everything. My Caudalie eye cream. Oh my god, my resveratrol eye cream. This is like an unsung hero in my skincare routine because I don't always mention it, but I always use it. I go through them constantly. Like it's one of my favorite eye creams of all time. Like I've used it since before they repackaged it. It's always in my skincare routine. I need to give you more love, I'm sorry. The most recent additions to my skincare routine are the In Beauty Project, the Pro C Serum, and also the Extreme Cream. Very exciting new additions to my skincare lineup, and the vitamin C has been like exceptional, so much so that I've got my mom on it. It's become a family affair and a family favorite. And then the Extreme Cream is like a super thick, very, very hydrating, like ultra glowy face cream. It is divine, and coming out of the winter, I feel like my skin has just been so happy with it. And if you're looking to try these, like, now's the time to stock up during the sale, which is amazing. And then I also had to mention like my lighter cream, kind of like my all year round and kind of constant favorite, the Dew Instant Angel Moisturizer. Also, don't know how many of these that I have gone through. It is so good. It smells terrible. But they also have multiple different sizes, so I always travel with this one. This is like that's quite a beast to be traveling with. It's very heavy as well. This is much more travel friendly packaging, but they have big ones, they have tiny little ones, medium ones, and the face cream is delicious. I went through that way faster than I thought I was going to. Were you surprised by any of these at all? Probably not, because like I said, they're my consistent, constant favorites that I use up all the time. So I hope that you enjoyed my list. Again, please let me know in the comments down below if there's anything that you're loving, anything that you're looking to pick up during the Sephora sale. And if you're not shopping, also let a girl know. What are you not buying? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much as always for being here and for watching. Happy shopping or unshopping to you, and I'll see you all very, very soon for a new video.